Hello, everybody. Thank you so much to Franco Presti for joining us today. One of the stars of the upcoming UPTV Christmas movie, Santa's Got Style. Thank you so much again, Franco.
Il piacere è mio. Grazie a te. Thank you for interviewing me and talking about the film. I'm excited.
And tell us a bit, what's been the main element in Ethan's character and the movie in general that fascinates you the most and made you say yes to Santa Got's style?
Yeah, well, I mean, as soon as I read the script, I immediately knew that I needed to do this film and tell the story because it was leaning more into the comedy than your typical seasonal MOW. That is, I guess, more balanced. But this was very comedic, and it was pitched as a nod to Mrs. Doubtfire. So I was definitely attracted to that concept. And comedy is something that I've always dreamt of. So I've done some in the past and in guest roles, and now I had the opportunity to lead a comedic film. And that challenge was something that really drove me to be a part of Santa's Got Style. And yeah, I mean, this is my first number one on a call sheet, so it was pretty special. And I read the script and I found it, to have a lot of those funny moments. There was a lot of conflict, a lot of high stakes, and also, I mean, the heartfelt moments that are pretty vital in this genre. So, what drew me to Ethan was, getting to play two different characters in this film, and sometimes it even felt like I was playing three different characters because you had one, Ethan, as the professional businessman, the friend, the son. Then you've got Ethan, the eccentric, quirky, big-hearted, nervous guy in the friend zone with Madison, and he's trying his best not to be awkward or weird. And then there's Rafe, who is Santa, and he is essentially Ethan's purely confident, smooth self, with like no pressure, hiding under a beard and wig. So, when I read it and I saw Ethan, I saw that he really wants to be seen in Madison's eyes, and hopes to build the confidence to, tell her how he truly feels for her. And doing that, it takes a lot of courage. And what he did for love and trying to express himself, I really admired, and it drew me to Ethan. I felt like I understood him, and I admired all of his quirks and his personalities, and I was fascinated to tap into these aspects of Ethan and play. So it was really fun. Yeah.
Yeah, and as we said also last time for the other movie you starred on, and is there any particular feature in Ethan's character that you can relate to on a personal level? Where are you two most similar and where are you two most different in your opinion?
Uh, well, yeah, most similar, I would say, definitely in his creativity to, and the way he was always quick-witted to make situations work out, and also, I mean, his little weird quirks. I tend to make my fiance laugh quite a bit with my own eccentricities, and sometimes I am a lot. So I can relate to that in Ethan. And of course, I mean, he's a very brave guy to do what he did. And so I relate to his bravery. Um, yeah. And it's funny, because I mean, like, it's funny because I really was drawn to Ethan because, I mean, if we think about Well Suited for Christmas, it was very reserved, and you know, um, there was a stoicism to Brett Stone, and now Ethan is like has this complete opposite of the character I played, but I still related to both aspects. Things that Brett had, and now
Yeah.
Ethan. There's a bit more, I guess, personality, so to say, in the character, and it was fun to like make that switch.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
And to all the fans that are looking forward to watching Santa's Got Style, how would you describe the movie if you had just like three words?
Ooh, well, I'd say it's exciting for sure. It's quirky, and it's charming. It's really charming. Yeah, those it's
Great.
exciting, quirky, and charming.
That's a great pick. And
Mhm.
Since we were talking about previously about challenges in the role of Ethan, what's been for you the biggest one, the biggest challenge you experienced in portraying Ethan?
Um, yeah, I guess it was definitely the challenge came in the voice work. I really uh, I really had to try and balance two voices in between scenes, because that was a challenge in terms of your block shooting. So sometimes we're shooting like 7 scenes in a day.
Yeah,
Uh, you know, First half of the day, I'm Ethan. Second half of the day, I'm Rafe. Sometimes things move on set. You got to switch a scene, and then all of a sudden I'm Ethan, Rafe, Ethan, Rafe, Ethan, Ethan, Ethan. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
trying to like balance the voices in between scenes is sometimes tough because I wanted to play Rafe with an accent, but the network wanted to steer away from that, and so I really had to find these two registers in my voice. Um, I had a higher register for Ethan's nervousness, and then a lower grounded register for Rafe. And at times I felt like there was even three voices because I was finding a mid ground between the high and the low.
yeah.
So those that was challenging, at times. And yeah, I'd say that was it.
Absolutely. I guess that was really an interesting challenge also for you to work on something that's really interesting to work on as an actor, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. It was. It's fun to do accents, and I think actors all itch at the opportunity to get to, do an accent. And this one, I couldn't tap into Rafe with an accent, which kind of would have made it, you know, I think easier to make the vast difference. But then the challenge was like, no, no, I got to stay in my own voice and uh, find the music of nerves. And when we see someone you're kind of like are and you like them and you're nervous, you know how to act, your voice is kind of sometimes like, hey, how's it going, and then when you're really relaxed and comfortable, your voice is here, and
Yeah.
we're having this interview and we're talking, so finding that and in the role was challenging but also fun.
Absolutely. And
Mhm.
talking about the environment on set, how would you describe your experience working with the other co-stars and the director and the crew in general?
Yeah, I've worked with Brainpower a number of times. They're the producers of this film, and it's always fantastic working with them. They are incredible. This was a really fun set. Again, tapping into more of the comedic side of this film. We brought in Scott Thompson, who is a well-known comedian an actor in Canada. He was on a show called Kids in the Hall, and he's done numerous things, and he's just hilarious. Luciano Casimiri was a writer on this film as well. He was focusing on the comedy, and he was also really fun to work with individually. And then the rest of the cast, Brian Sills, another incredibly talented uh, actor who really knows how to play comedy well. And then my co-star and the rest of the cast, everyone was just really really open, and we would sit down and chat a lot in between takes, really exploring the scenes and sharing ideas and trying stuff. So we would talk about something and everyone was open. Okay, let's try this, and we would make these bold choices. And also, what was great about it was our director, Amy. Having the trust of Amy to really go for, big choices was extremely liberating. And she was very communicative and would be there to really keep me in tune with the story. And if I was too much, she'd always like, tune me down to, you know, become a bit more level, right? And I really love working with Amy. She's a really great director.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
also your character mainly interacts with Catherine Davis's character,
Yes.
Madison. How is it like for you to build this relationship on screen with her?
Catherine was great. Yeah, I mean, very professional, very invested, and building this relationship with your co-star. All you want is for them to be prepared and to be, you know, ready to play. That's what you want from every co-star, and she was that. She came in and she was really kind and fun and open, and that's all you can ask for, you know. So I really had a lot of fun playing with Catherine on this film. I think sometimes I scared her with how big I was, but then you know I'm like, yeah, I'm here. I'm really just Franco.
That's really beautiful to hear. And do you have any fun anecdotes to share with us from the filming of Santa's Got Style?
Yeah, there were so many. There's so many. I think what was really fun. One day we came to set. I really liked the set where the department store was, and came to set one day and we're shooting this scene, and the scene was scripted as it was, and then Amy says, "Look, we're gonna do this live feed like a la Instagram, you know, like on the live feed, or but we need you to like kind of improv this scene and come to work. Okay, you know, here we go. I gotta, you know, make up some stuff on the go, and that was really fun. It was really fun to do that. It all came together, and we rehearsed it a couple of times, and then had some solid ideas of how to go with it, and that was really fun. And then also the scene where there's like three separate sets for Santa, like backdrops to take selfies, and there was a lot of moving parts to that scene, which was really fun. And then I think also my introduction to the audience as Santa was really fun because I got to say this cool little speech, and it was like poetic, and there was a little bit of flair and dancing, and so I got to do some fun stuff. It was incredible. I have so many good memories from this film.
Absolutely. Now, two fun questions that we always ask to the people we're interviewing, considering we're talking about Santa's Got Style. It's on the
Mhm.
Santa's Got Style universe. And if you could choose any other character from the movie apart from Ethan, a character that you would have loved to play if you could, which one would it be and why?
Um, Definitely Adam, which is Brian Sell's character. Adam is the Paul Blart mall cop, takes his job way too seriously type, and he's constantly trying to crack down on Ethan's disguise. He doesn't know it's Ethan. It was an absolute joy watching Brian work and seeing the way he played scenes and delivered his lines and his behavior and his mannerisms. It was really amazing. And every time I'd watch him, I was like, this is a great role, and I want to do your role. So it's definitely Adam, played by Brian Sills.
Yeah. And did you take anything from set to remember this experience as Ethan and Santa?
No, you know what? I didn't take anything from set, or I didn't get anything. But one thing that I did take uh, from set was how gracious this production is and how amazing this crew is. It was
Yeah.
my birthday. I got the opportunity to work on my birthday, and I was very fortunate to get surprised by the production. And they after you know our day on set, um, they had a cake and an ice cream cake, and it was like a picture of me as Santa on the ice cream cake, and the whole crew
Amazing.
sang happy birthday. So that was very memorable. And that's what I take with me from this production. I really love working with Brain Power. They are wonderful.
I think that's absolutely the best memory you could take from this experience and this set.
Yeah, yeah, it was great because you know people, you know, they would say happy birthday. You know, I didn't say it was my birthday, but people knew some here and there, um, and you know, you just go in there. It's a regular day of work, and then did I have a feeling? I'm like, are they gonna do something? Maybe like you kind of think these things, but then you're like, whatever. No, they probably don't know. And then I got surprised. Like I was
Yeah.
genuinely surprised. So it was really sweet.
Yes. And that's all for us. Thank you so much, Franco, for joining us again, for your time talking about this movie. Let's remind people that Santa's Got Style airs Sunday, December 11th on UPTV.
Yes, please tune in to UPTV at 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
we're
Santa's got style.
we're definitely can't wait to see this movie. I think it's really great, and we can wait for people to see it and get surprised by the comedy and Ethan's character and all the movie.
Yeah, yeah. I think they just released a trailer on on YouTube, and for the first time, I feel like this trailer doesn't give the movie. Sometimes like these trailers, like in 3 minutes, they give the whole movie away. And you're like,
Yeah.
the movie's in 2 minutes. This is like the first trailer I've seen where it's like a teaser, and you don't see Ethan's side in this trailer. So check it out. It's really neat. I was pleased with the trailer so far, and I'm excited to see it.
Yes. Thank you so much again, and have a good day.
You as well, Chiara. Grazie mille.
Grazie a te. Bye.
Bye bye.